sorry I can't be here for your birthday. Yeah. Have a Bucci? I'll come back. Abuchi? Love you.
I get like knots in my stomach. The location changes and where he has to go changes and for how long changes. But like feeling like something's missing constantly doesn't change.
You just kind of always live with just like a hollow pit, like whether it's in your heart or in your stomach, because you know it's coming eventually. Because the first thing that runs through your mind is this combat? Like, where are you going? The worst of it is like, okay, when is it? How soon? And are you going to be home for Christmas? And, you know, all the kids' birthdays.
It was a lot of emotions during that time. A lot of anxiety and depression, specifically from me. And there was just a lot of like ups and downs and roller coasters. And even our marriage struggled a little bit because we had no clue, neither one of us, what to expect from this whole journey.
My daddy is a hero. Daddy.
I feel like because my girls are getting older, like it's just getting like gut-wrenching, man, because they get it. So I'm trying to like be calm and not cry and like be strong for the kids, right? And it's like I'm barely holding on myself.
Sometimes you feel like you're very alone in it, even with being in a military town. And I know that sounds silly because this, you know, but it really does, you know?
You get kind of used to that, like, kind of solo parenting. The whole deployment, you're kind of trying to fill time. You know, we've got the 4 boys, and it's hard to coach them, like, through life without having dad home all the time.
Everyone is different. Every deployment, every family faces deployment in a different way. The first deployment, I felt like I wouldn't be seen as strong if I asked for help. But I knew after I had her and it was our second deployment, I humbled myself and let go of my pride and asked for help.
I hear it oftentimes that we're like, well, that's just the name of the game, or like you knew what you were getting yourself into. And I knew to a certain extent I was marrying a guy whose job was very important and he would need to be gone and do what he's told to do. I didn't know that, you know, 8 years later we would have 2 little girls and then I would feel so heavily for them and their hearts. Like how could I? I was never a mother. I wasn't years and years into seeing all of the hard work or him losing friends.
People don't have those types of trials in their life typically to be able to relate to. And so, you know, their arguments are over, you know, what salad dressing they bought. And we're over here like having discussions about who do you want to come tell you if I can't come home. And making decisions like that are very heavy. It's an incredible blessing to be able to live this lifestyle. My kids, they would have someone and something to be proud of.
Like they're still people. They're soldiers and they're amazing at their work, but they're still people with families and they get hurt and sad. And I think that's something people don't grasp. It's like you're a military spouse and your husband has to leave and that's the name of the game and you should suck it up and be proud of him. And I do have to suck it up and be proud of him, but I miss him every single day, every time, every single day.
Do not say, I don't know how you do it. Like, how about, can I do anything for you? Whether it's helping with the ride for a sports game or, you know, putting yourself out there to actually really listen. Sometimes we just need someone to listen.
If you know a military wife and she seems like the strongest person in the world, I promise you there is some struggle there. Reach out, send her a card, offer to come over.
Support. That's the biggest thing, is just having support and knowing that you aren't alone. There are so many people that go through it. Somebody's story could be different, but you know, they're still gone and you still love them and you still miss them. And so that's what kind of makes everybody connect is, you know, the fact that you miss them and you want them back home.
Daddy! Are you sure?
Yeah, sure!
It's Daddy!
get home.